The 1960s was a golden era for classic cars and automotive design because some of the greatest and most sought-after models of antique vehicles have come from the decade. It was a time when cars weren't just modes of transportation. They were symbols of status, luxury, and style. Among the multitude of cars produced during this decade, some stood out for their exceptional craftsmanship, rarity, and price tags. Here's a closer look at the 10 most expensive vintage cars of the 60s. Ferrari 250 GTO, 1962 to 1964. The Ferrari 250 GTO is often hailed as the crown jewel of classic cars, not just for its breathtaking design and racing pedigree, but also for its staggering value. With only 36 examples ever built, this car was designed to dominate on the track while looking stunning on the road. The 250 GTO featured a 3.0-liter V12 engine, capable of delivering 300 horsepower, allowing it to reach speeds of up to 174 miles per hour, a remarkable feat for its time. Its success on the racetrack, including wins at the 24 Hours of Le Mans and the Tour de France Automobile, solidified its reputation as one of the greatest sports cars ever made. Today, the Ferrari 250 GTO is not just a car, but a symbol of exclusivity and automotive excellence. Its rarity and provenance have led it to fetch record-breaking prices at auctions, with one example selling for over $70 million, making it the most expensive car in history. Aston Martin DB4 GT Zagato, 1960 to 1963. The Aston Martin DB4 GT Zagato is a masterpiece of automotive art, blending British engineering with Italian coach building. Limited to just 19 units, this car was a response to the Ferrari 250 GT, aiming to offer a similarly high-performance vehicle with a touch of elegance. Zagato, the famed Italian design house, stripped weight from the DB4 GT and refined its aerodynamics, resulting in a lighter and faster car with distinctive, swooping bodywork. Under the hood, the DB4 GT Zagato housed a 3.7-liter inline-six engine, producing around 314 horsepower, which allowed it to reach 60 miles per hour in just over 6 seconds. Impressive for the era. Its rarity, combined with its stunning design and racing history, has made the DB4 GT Zagato one of the most sought-after vintage cars. At auctions, it has commanded prices upwards of $14 million, making it a true collector's item. Shelby Cobra 427 Super Snake, 1966. The Shelby Cobra 427 Super Snake is an American icon, representing the pinnacle of Carroll Shelby's vision of a high-performance sports car. Originally designed as a race car, the Cobra 427 was equipped with a monstrous 7.0-liter V8 engine that produced 800 horsepower in the Super Snake variant. This immense power, combined with the car's lightweight design, resulted in a vehicle that was as thrilling as it was dangerous. Only 2 Super Snake models were ever built, adding to its exclusivity and value. The car's brutal acceleration and raw power have made it a legend in automotive circles. In 2007, one of the original Super Snakes was sold at auction for $5.5 million, setting a record for the most expensive American car ever sold at the time. Today, the Shelby Cobra 427 Super Snake remains a symbol of unrestrained automotive power and a cornerstone of American car culture. Ferrari 275 GTB/4 NART Spider, 1967. The Ferrari 275 GTB/4 NART Spider is one of the rarest and most valuable Ferraris ever produced. Commissioned by Ferrari's North American importer, Luigi Cinetti, only 10 NART Spiders were ever built. This limited production run, combined with the car's stunning design and impressive performance, has made it one of the most coveted Ferraris in existence. powered by a 3.3-liter V12 engine. The 275 GTB/4 NART Spider delivered 300 horsepower and featured a top speed of 166 miles per hour. Its combination of open-air driving experience and the raw power of a Ferrari V12 made it an instant classic. The car's association with Hollywood, most famously driven by Steve McQueen in the movie The Thomas Crown Affair, only adds to its allure. At auction, the NART Spider has achieved prices over $27 million, placing it among the most expensive Ferraris ever sold. Mercedes-Benz 300 SL Roadster, 1957 to 1963. The Mercedes-Benz 300 SL Roadster is a timeless classic, known for its elegant design, advanced engineering, and strong performance. Although the coupe version with its iconic gull-wing doors is perhaps more famous, the Roadster version, produced in the early 1960s, holds its own as one of the most desirable vintage cars. Under its long, graceful hood, the 300 SL Roadster was powered by a 3.0-liter inline-six engine with mechanical fuel injection, producing 215 horsepower. This engine allowed the car to reach a top speed of 155 miles per hour, making it one of the fastest cars of its time. Its fully independent suspension and lightweight construction further enhanced its performance, making it a joy to drive. The 300 SL Roadster also featured a luxurious interior with leather upholstery and high-quality materials, making it a symbol of sophistication and style. At auction, pristine examples of the 300 SL Roadster have fetched prices upwards of $3 million, reflecting its status as one of the most iconic and valuable Mercedes-Benz models ever made. Ford GT40, 1964 to 1969. The Ford GT40 is a car that needs little introduction, especially after its legendary performance at the 24 Hours of Le Mans. Developed with the sole purpose of beating Ferrari, the GT40 succeeded in its mission, winning Le Mans 4 times in a row from 1966 to 1969. Its iconic design, with a low-slung body and aggressive stance, remains one of the most recognizable in motorsport history. The GT40 was powered by a range of V8 engines, the most famous being the 7.0-liter engine in the Mark U and IV variants, which produced over 485 horsepower. This immense power, combined with the car's lightweight construction and aerodynamic design, allowed it to reach top speeds of over 200 miles per hour on the Mulsanne Straight at Le Mans. The GT40's racing success and cultural significance have made it one of the most valuable vintage cars in the world. Original examples that raced at Le Mans have sold for over $11 million at auction, cementing its place in automotive history as one of the greatest race cars ever built. Porsche 917K, 1969. The Porsche 917K is a legendary race car, famous for its role in Porsche's first overall victory at the 24 Hours of Le Mans in 1970. The K in its name stands for Kurczak, or short tail, which was a modification made to improve the car's aerodynamics and high-speed stability. The 917K's success on the track, combined with its striking design, has made it one of the most iconic and valuable race cars of all time. Powered by a 4.5-liter flat-12 engine, the 917K produced 580 horsepower and could reach speeds of up to 240 miles per hour, making it one of the fastest cars of its era. Its distinctive design, with a low, wide stance and vibrant Gulf livery, has made it a favorite among collectors and racing enthusiasts. The 917K's rarity and racing pedigree have led to record-breaking auction prices, with one example selling for $14 million in recent years. Its legacy in motorsport and its influence on the development of future race cars make the 917K a highly sought-after piece of automotive history. Lamborghini Muro P400 SV, 1971. The Lamborghini Muro P400 SV is often credited with being the world's first supercar, thanks to its mid-engine layout, stunning design, and impressive performance. The Muro was a radical departure from the front-engine Grand Tourers of the time, and its design influenced generations of supercars that followed. The P400 SV, introduced in 1971, was the final and most refined version of the Muro. It featured a 4.0-liter V12 engine that produced 385 horsepower, allowing it to reach a top speed of 180 miles per hour. The SV model also benefited from improved suspension and wider rear tires, which enhanced its handling and stability at high speeds. The Muro's combination of beauty, performance, and innovation has made it one of the most desirable vintage cars in the world. Its rarity and status as a landmark in automotive design have led to auction prices exceeding $3 million for pristine examples, securing its place as one of the most expensive cars of the 1960s. Ferrari 250 LM, 1963 to 1965. The Ferrari 250 LM was a race car built for endurance racing, designed as a successor to the legendary 250 GTO. However, unlike the GTO, the 250 LM featured a mid-engine layout, which represented a significant shift in Ferrari's design philosophy. Only 32 examples were ever built, making it one of the rarest Ferraris. Powered by a 3.3-liter V12 engine, the 250 LM produced 320 horsepower and had a top speed of 180 miles per hour. It achieved notable success on the track, including an overall victory at the 1965 24 Hours of Le Mans, which remains Ferrari's last overall win at the iconic race. The 250 LM's rarity, racing success, and its place in Ferrari's history have made it one of the most coveted vintage cars. In recent years, the 250 LM has fetched prices upwards of $14 million at auction, reflecting its status as a prized collector's item and a significant piece of automotive history. 1965 Shelby Daytona Cobra Coupe. Shelby and Ferrari were engaged in an epic racing rivalry in the 1960s, one that pitted the Texan Shelby's hot rod tuners against Italy's motoring aristocracy. Ferrari was dominating the FIA World Manufacturers' Championship GT class, but Shelby wanted to knock it off its pedestal. They built the iconic blue and white coupe version of the Cobra, which featured a snarling Ford 289 cubic inch V8. And when it did, the Daytona Cobra Coupe became the only American car to beat a Ferrari in World Championship racing in Europe. The fourth of the 6 coupes was auctioned off in 2009, and it earned $7.25 million on the block. That still holds the record for the highest price paid for an American car at a public auction.